224 tight end jump, 4-5-1. Ready?
Yo, welcome to the Huddle. Welcome to the Huddle podcast. I'm excited to get to some of this news and updates with you from the NCAA, XFL, AFL, NFL, everything football, because that's what we do here on this podcast. We talk football all year long. And thanks to the XFL, I'm glad to give an update about that we will now have football all year round, starting February 18th, 2023. The XFL will kick off. Recently, this past week, I believe last week was the draft, and 442 players are now on respective teams. There are 8 teams in the XFL so far to start with. Hopefully, it expands to the point where we can get 16 teams, maybe 12, something along those lines, to the point where it can give other football leagues a run for their money. Because I believe the XFL is a very good damn league, and the fact that they bring back what we're losing in our NFL now. Don't get me wrong, I'm all about player safety and things of that nature, but a lot of rules change to protect quarterbacks in the NFL, and it kind of makes it too easy to score points. Don't get me wrong, we all love points, but some of us love defense too. Some of the old school cats, if you're on here, you're listening, I'm pretty sure you're used to seeing that hard-hitting defense where they take the quarterback's head off if the O-line do not protect them and the refs are not on their side. The XFL is exactly where it's at. As I stated before, there's about 8 teams that will be taking the field. We have the Arlington Renegades, DC Defenders, Houston Roughnecks, Orlando Guardians, San Antonio Brahmins, Seattle Sea Dragons, St. Louis Battlehawks, and the Vegas Vipers. Now, don't get me wrong, if you don't have a team, I suggest you at least watch week 1, watch some of these training camps, some of these stats, whatever it is that you need to watch to, if you're not from any of these cities, that is. And get you a favorite team. If you just like football itself, then, hey, just enjoy the game watching it. But I myself will be watching come kickoff. I realized that there's a lot of NFL players too, ex-NFL players, I should say, that were free agents who never really got a fair shake at the NFL. So now some of these guys will be lining up in the XFL. I want to give a shout out to Brian Westbrook for the Philadelphia Eagles. For those who know, he used to be the running back when Donovan McNabb was quarterback and Andy Reid was the head coach. But he is now part of the Player Association there, so big shout out to him for joining the XFL family. Jordan Palmer as well will be joining the XFL family, so big ups to them for getting some NFL faces into some of these front offices. And I want to touch on quite quickly the NFL. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Cowboy fans out here. I myself am not a Cowboy fan, but I call it like I see everything, and I call it down the middle. Everybody raves how Micah Parsons is the best thing coming out now, and we mentioned names like Micah Parsons. Then we go to the Rams. We have Aaron Donald, but not to be biased or anything of that nature, but are we really paying attention to everyone in the league who's actually dominating? Because I'm going to give a big fucking shout out to Matthew Judon. Nobody realized this man is leading the league in sacks by himself, but his name is never in the conversation as top defensive man of the year at all. The man is leading the league with 13 sacks, but he's going under the radar, which is perfectly fine with me. But let that sink in for the fact that we pay so much attention to certain teams that we're not realizing the single players who are actually doing it. So I want to give a big shout out to Matthew Judon, representing New England Patriots. As you can see, I'm a Patriot fan, but I'm not a biased Patriot fan. I'm very objective. Sunday we played the New York Jets, and Honestly, it was a horrible game for both teams. I feel like it was the worst game of the season to me. Maybe to y'all. Let me know in the comments which one was the worst game of the season this year for you. And the fact that the post game comments is what kills me. The post game comments itself is what kills me because I can imagine being a Jet fan and having to hear your quarterback give the responses he gave after that loss, and the fact that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I get it. He's young, so I don't really think he understands the point of having to take responsibility as a quarterback. No matter what happens on the team, you are responsible if you lose. It all falls on the quarterback's shoulders, as always. And the fact that, I'm not going to lie, they played tremendous defense. The Jets played tremendous damn defense, and they only put up 3 points. Now, I can imagine if Mac Jones would have got on that podium and said some of the things that Zach Wilson was said, I'll be pissed the hell off. I don't think Zach is ready for that light. I don't really think he's ready to be the quarterback for the New York Jets, for a New York team, period, because I'm from New York, and these are some harsh-ass fans. They'll let you fucking have it when they piss the fuck off with you, and you got to really have tough skin to be their quarterback. And the fact that he said he did not cause the defense, he did not let down his defense, he said, excuse me. It takes me off. Give me a second right now. I'm going to play the clip for you just so you can actually hear exactly what he said for those who have missed the post-game press conference.
When I tried to throw to Mims?
Or which the one that you threw at that very end of the game before you guys caught
Third and one, you threw Michael at the card or the sideline.
Oh, right. I mean, we called a play for a guy in the boundary. They gave us a coverage where I couldn't work it, so the play that we called was I was trying to get the ball to Conk. Pretty much they double teamed him. You can look at it that way. So I just tried to go across the board and just tried to find an outlet to somebody to make a play there.
When your defense is playing as well as it is, how frustrating was it to not be able to get anything going?
Yeah, it's super frustrating. You know, it was a frustrating day, of course. You know, I feel like I had some balls that got away from me, but you know, we got to find a way as an offense. We got to do some digging, watch the film, and see what we can do better.
Aside from the first time you played New England, aside from the turnovers, you were able to move the ball up and down the field, you know, offensively. Why today was this? Did they dramatically change what they did from the first game to the second?
No, it was the same. I mean, I think you got to put into account it's windy as hell out there too, guys. You know, there's times where you can't just completely try and take these shots down the field. I mean, you can see how much it's moving out there. So, you know, we were trying to establish the run game. You know, same with what the Patriots were trying to do as well. You know, they're not out there chucking 30, 40-yard throws down the field either. You know, but we got to find a way. I got to find a way to make the easy ones on the sideline and try and let my guys get on the outside and run. You know, but really it just comes down to execution.
How tough will it be to shake this one off, Zach, just losing like that in the last seconds?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it sucks to lose that way, but we're going to move on from it and learn from it.
Zach, you guys put so much onto you guys talked a lot about this game and wanting to play it and so forth. What does that do to your momentum? What does that do to anybody's confidence when things go the way they did today?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, we've won some big games. We've lost some games, obviously, that we want back. So we're going to move on, learn from this one, and we got Chicago next week.
It looked like CBS cameras caught Garrett and Denzel a little upset after a couple of the missed passes. Did they say anything to you, or have you talked to him on the sideline after that, or just heat of the moment?
No, I mean, we're all close. We're all talking and communicating. I mean, there's stuff that, I want them to do different. I get frustrated as well. And then there's stuff that, I miss a throw high there, and they're frustrated as well. So, I mean, it goes both ways. This isn't anyone pointing fingers here. This is everybody, taking accountability here, and everyone's trying to get better.
Zach, it seemed like you were able to do some things with your legs early in the game.
Right.
How come that didn't continue throughout the game?
Yeah, they got a little bit of pass rush in the second half, and then they started spying a little bit and had someone on the back end. So, was just trying to get some completions.
Pass rush particularly, did you guys get rattled by it, given as many times they got into the backfield?
I don't think necessarily. Kind of just taking it one play at a time. We'll go watch the film and see.
Is this game harder to move past because of how much? I mean, first place was on the line. It's the Patriots, wanting to revenge after last year and earlier this year. I mean, does it does this one sting more that you lost in the way you lost it?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks to lose always, but, we got a lot of season left, so we're going to move on and try and get better.
Thanks, as an offense, though, I mean, when you guys are only able to score 3 points, the defense only lets up 3 points. I mean, do you feel like you let the defense down at all?
No.
Thank you. That right there, I wouldn't be able to tolerate that. If that was Bill Belichick watching Mac Jones get on that podium and say something like that, you're better off deferring to something else. But to sit there and say you're going to not let your defense down, my man, you put up 3 points on offense. Now, you had that same wind that you claimed you was blowing, that was blowing all through the arena. Matt Jones had that same wind and still threw home for 200-something yards. Sometimes if you had a bad game, just own up to it. Every quarterback has their days. It happens. It's fucking football. I'll be pissed the hell off if I was a Jet fan. Not to say that we did any better. New England did not do any better. So I'd like to put that out there. I'm starting to see maybe Justin Fields shouldn't have got skipped over. Because thinking about it now, if we had switched positions, maybe the Patriots or the Jets would be a little bit higher in quarterback play if Justin Fields was there. I want to touch on we're going to talk about the Chargers. I want to talk about the Chargers and the Chiefs game because for those who saw the game last night, I don't understand why they keep leaving Patrick Mahomes with more than 20 seconds on the clock. Don't get me wrong, it's football. You can't really time everything. It's hard to do that, but this team is too damn good, and I feel like right now the Chargers need to blow up their offense. Don't get me wrong. You want to keep Herbert. Keep Justin Herbert, but either Mike Williams or Keenan Allen. Somebody has to go to either get help on that defense or to bolster up the draft picks for this coming draft. For this upcoming draft, one of these two, somebody has to go. The offense needs to blow up or something because there's no way they cannot finish these games out. Right now, if you watch the Chargers games right now, the Chargers probably be 7-3, 7-2 right now. I believe they had a bye week. I'm not sure, but I believe it should be 7-2 or 7-3 right now. And they can't finish games. They cannot finish the games that they're playing. And if you're a Chargers fan, I mean, I feel for you because it's constant heartbreaking to keep losing to Patrick Mahomes by 1 score every game, and it's less than 7. The last 2 years they've been playing, it's been like he's been losing by less than 7. Let me know in the comments what you feel like, needs to happen with the Chargers, but I believe their offense needs to be rebuilt. The defensive line they get it up there in age a little bit. Some of the guys, Khalil Mack, things of that nature, these guys, they're really not – they have more cachet than play right now. And it's shown on the field, so, I mean, if it's up, it's up. But right now the Chargers are not really looking good. Let's jump to the NFC. I want to talk Eagles. Eagles fly Eagles. Anybody have them going first in the NFC in the playoff run, let me know. I do believe Dallas might catch them. I got a feeling Dallas may catch them for that first seed. Because I really don't think the Vikings are going to be able to keep up the play that they're playing, especially after this 40-3 loss that they received to Dallas on Sunday. Just kind of It's kind of embarrassing, but that's what happens when Dallas comes to play. When they know you have to throw the ball on third down, you have to throw the ball on second down, you have to throw the ball on first down. When a team knows that, it's a wrap. All we have to do is pull our ears back and get the quarterback. Now, who's better to do that than DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons? It makes you feel like, what if they would have kept Randy Gregory? Or if they would have signed Bobby Wagner? I wouldn't even know what to fucking do with that. If I was a linebacker quarterback and see that across from me, I wouldn't know what the hell to do with that at all. I might not even show up to the damn game because I know for a fact I'm going to get knocked on my ass about 8 to 9 times. Wait, hold on. I have an alert here. Oh, Broncos just waived Melvin Gordon. And at that horrendous game he had, I'm not going to say a horrendous game. It's about a Melvin Gordon game as you can get. Reason being, he fumbled again. I'm sorry, but I think this man fumbled in every game this season. 2 or 3 times in one game, a couple of games this season. So I wouldn't put it past them why they waived him. And my thing is, you have Russell Wilson too, who needs to be waived, but can't waive him. You know why? These dummies gave up so many picks to get somebody who's not built to play quarterback. You disagree? Let's argue. But Russell Wilson is not made to be the man of the offense. He's made to feed off the play action and scramble when needed. He's a game manager. Russell Wilson is a game manager. He's not a game maker. If you get what I mean. See, Marshawn Lynch, the Legion of Boom, see, they covered for him for quite a few years. They covered for him for quite a few years. So you really couldn't tell. Pete Carroll covered for him. It's the reason why Pete Carroll wanted to go back to running the ball and playing defense, which what got him a championship the first go-around. See, this whole let Russ cook thing? Russ can't cook water if he wanted to. And I'm sorry, but the Broncos is playing terrific fucking defense, and they can't put up 20 points. See, if you sign a guy like Russell Wilson, you give him $250 million for 5 years, you expect at least put up 20 points a game, 24 points a game. I can't remember the last time they put up 20. I cannot remember the last time they put up 20. Can't remember. Say it is what it is. Yo, this is the opening pilot episode of the Huddle podcast. Like, subscribe, interact. Feel free to hit me in the comment section if you want to jump on for an interview, a debate, topic, whatever it is. Feel free. It's your boy Wayne's World, and we're out.